Hello, 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 you beautiful, fantastic, marvelous, delicious, magical, and I'm going to go balanced coach. Yes, because that's my topic today. And I want to talk with you about the world of balance. First, be clear, I'm Ben Dooley, MCC coach. I train and grow coaches. You know this. If you don't know this is your first video, you're in for a treat. I hope. That's my intention. And go check out all the other videos that are there. And if you've seen me before, you know you're in for a treat. I hope. So, but I train and grow coaches, and I train and I'm here to help grow you so that you feel more confident, more powerful, and yeah, more balanced in your coaching. And I'm talking about balance because this is coinciding with the schedule that we have for the Coaching Skills Forum calls. If you're not on these calls, you got to get on these calls. They are spellbinding. They're amazing. They coaches from all over. We gather on a conference line and we explore our coaching skills in deep, provocative conversation. It's all there at coachingskillsforum.com, and the schedule is twice a month, and the calls are free, and they're incredible. Absolutely. I've been doing these now, coming up on 19 years as of this recording. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we're coming up and talking about balance and what does that mean in our coaching world. So I want to first back up a little bit and just sort of clarify when we talk about balance, what does that actually mean? And balance is really simply, and this has been from time immemorial. I don't know, a long time, centuries, millennial. There's been conversations about balance all the way back from good and evil to yin and yang to any type of thing. This is a lifelong quest. This is where, and I'm not the first one to spout this, but this is basically many people throughout history have really recognized that our constant striving on our day-to-day basis is to find some type of balance in life, balance in our relationships, balance in our energy, balance in our health, balance in our work. Balance shows up everywhere. Look, if you're a coach, you know about the wheel of life, I'm going to guess. And right there, it's looking at the balance in everything in our lives. Are we working too much? Are we giving ourselves enough free time? Are we engaging in healthy relationships? Our whole bodies exist because we are balanced nutritionally and balanced with other forms of health. We need to have a balance of activity and doing things, awake, but also sleep. Balance is occurring everywhere, every single thing. So this is a key cornerstone component to the advanced coach training program that I offer. And I'm constantly pointing to balance is everywhere. Every single coaching conversation that you've ever had is some kind of a balanced conversation. And every single experience that you've ever had in your coaching, there is balance to recognize, right? Balance of coach and client or coachee or whatever you want to call them, balance of giving and receiving, balance of talking and listening, balance of you're putting something in, they're putting something in. It's all keeping in balance. When we have that balance, we have that flow, we have that everything is moving. When we're out of balance, then things don't move so beautifully and wonderfully. This is just like riding a bike, right? If you're balanced on a bicycle, you get to move. And if you're moving, it helps you stay in balance. So this is really, I'm just running through and ripping this. Basically, balance is everywhere. Every single thing, every single moment of your coaching is all about balance. It's just we don't necessarily pay attention to it in that way. So this is why we're leaning into this. And in the Coaching Skills Forum call, we're going to be digging much more deeply into this. But I'm here to actually take it in a different direction than where we normally go. Just as a guess, watch this video and join the call and watch that balance out. when we talk about balance, it's also being really clear. It's not equal 50-50. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It's actually, balance is not something that you actually achieve. Well, you achieve it constantly, and then you're re-achieving it constantly. You don't just get balance and that's it, you're done. It's you get balance, and then you maintain it, and then you hold it, and then you lose it, and then you get it back, and then you... Balance is a constant pursuit and engagement and energy towards that. So we're always, always looking at balance. Years ago, I had the uh, uh, experience of walking on a tightrope. Now, granted, it was a low tightrope, only about 10 feet off the ground, but still, balance is a whole different world, and you get it, and then you're constantly adjusting and making little adjustments and big adjustments just to stay up and to move forward. And that is everything that we do in coaching. So I'm not going to train you on balance because it's a massive, huge thing. I'm assuming you already have a concept, and what I'm telling you makes some kind of sense. And this is, trust me, there's so much more. Go to the Coaching Skills Forum calls. Take my advanced coach training program. But I want to point you to balance and this powerful principles of coaching and how balance really, truly can be your ally in getting deeper in with your clients. Because I'm here to share with you and remind you, if you've been on calls before, you know I'm going to talk about the core. The core of our coach training. This is the beginning that everybody should be learning, and they're not. Some are. Definitely, if you're working with me, you're going to learn this. But the core of our coach training, these 3 powerful principles of masterful coaching. And if you're doing these 3, you're doing beautiful coaching. And I'm going to make the bold claim right now. If you're doing these 3, your coaching will be balanced. So let's walk through this. The core, these 3 principles, and the beginning letter of each of them spells out the word core, right? So the CO, yes, I know, 2 letters. The CO stands for connection. We must have connection with our clients, connecting to their powerful self, bringing our best self in. Already there's balance right there. When we have connection, connection is where relationship occurs. There's another form of balance that's showing up. When we have connection, that's where we have that flow and the communication of giving and receiving more balance. This is where we're able to open up our channels of listening much more deeply, because we're not just talking at each other or to each other, we're talking with each other. Now we're listening and talking and listening and talking, and we're thinking and we're intuitive and we're processing and we're speaking, and all of this is naturally finding a balance. When we're not connecting, we are out of balance, at least in this coaching aspect. We may be in balance elsewhere because there's like 8 million balances all happening at the same time. But as far as coaching goes, if we're not connecting, balance is going to be a lot harder and even missing in certain areas. I mean, you get this. Just by putting the attention, the focus into creating connection with your client. How is 1,000,001 ways. But you know those moments when you are connected with your client. You know that feeling, you know that experience. And when that powerful, solid, confident coach in you is connecting to that powerful, beautiful part of the client, even better. And that, I know, is when you're coaching, when you and your coaching and your client are in beautiful balance. It may drop, it may shift, it may disappear at any moment, And that's just because you lost connection in some form. But when you are connected, then balance absolutely is there. And chicken egg this, when you put your attention on balance, when that is one of the primary directives and modes that you're in, that you're constantly in pursuit of balance, that is how you connect with the client. You get that, right? Like when you notice that you're out of balance, when you're doing all the talking, when you're working so hard, when you're this, when you're that, when you're not really in with the client and your coaching is out of balance in some form, when you notice that, then you put your attention to, okay, I need to get this balanced out again, and that instantly creates connection. And vice versa, when you create connection with your clients, when you're in that flow, balance is here. It happens easily. Don't take my word for it. Try it and find out how it's true for yourself. And there's more, because that's the CO, connection. The R in core is all about recovery. I'm sorry, not recovery. That's I'm getting out of balance. That's in my class. The R is all about revealing the client to themselves. Revealing. And when we're revealing the client, we're not telling, we're not teaching, we're not training, we're not lumping our stuff. Notice how that's out of balance. It's not a good or bad thing. It's just not balance. I'm just going to teach and train and tell you 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 and tell you. And now there's not really balance going on here. It's a very much a one-sided conversation. This video is kind of not necessarily in balance with you and me because you're not participating and engaging in it. It's okay. But it is here about revealing. And when our attention in our coaching is all about revealing, I'm not here to train you. I'm not here to teach you and tell you and give you my opinions and assess you and all of that stuff. I'm here to help reveal you, reveal your truth, your magnificence, your fears. Notice the balance that occurs. We're not just going to reveal all the good stuff. We're revealing the whole you, the whole client, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the fears, the joys and values, the past, the present, the future, the habits, the empowerment, the assumptions, the awareness, all of these things we're just constantly revealing. And we're revealing all of it so that we're naturally finding ourselves in a balance in the revealing. And chicken egg, when we put our attention in balance, when we are constantly feeling and monitoring and measuring and checking in and where's the balance and this is feeling out of balance and this is not balance, we're still in that revealing state. And we're in partnership. This is feeling out of balance. What's here? This is feeling one-sided. What's here? I'm noticing this. What's happening for you? That's a beautiful balance example. I'm noticing this. What's yours? Here's what's popping up for me. What's yours? Here's what I want to offer you. How does that land for you? Here's what you're saying, and this is what I'm noticing out of that. And now what is your take on this? I mean, notice those conversations that we have that's all about revealing the client. And what are you feeling and what are you noticing? And I'm seeing this and I'm sensing that. And how about this? All of that is just constantly revealing and it's constantly balancing. You get this, right? And that E in core, you know this. If you've seen these videos, you know E is all about empowering. When we are out of balance, we're not empowered. There's a whole separate conversation about power and what that truly means. But truly, when we talk about our true power, our power of ourselves, not power over others and dominating. So, shortcut, when you're out of balance, the natural instinct is to grab on and manage and control. And that's not real power. Real power is inside you, your personal power. And you can only truly access that when you are in balance. To see the beautiful of this. When you are empowering the client, you're instantly, first off, balancing the relationship. You're in balance. You're inviting and helping them find their balance. And chicken egg, when you are focusing on balance, when that is truly the mode that you're in, and this is all about client, we are in balance, we're out of balance, we're going to get back in balance, we're finding your balance, all of that. It is absolutely empowering your client. This is a massive, truly, there could be a giant, like 8-month master course on balance and coaching, and we would just be scratching the surface. So what is 16 minutes? But at least it's opening the door a little bit and hopefully shifting and moving things a little bit so that you can now, I've brought this in, now you get to bring in your experience to recalibrate and refine your new balance in your coaching. Come back for more. Check me out. Go to coachingskillsforum.com and come to those calls. You will love them. And you'll find deeper layers of balance in your coaching across the board. Type in comments too. Love to hear them. And until next time, I'll be back next week. There's more on balance, by the way. And that's coming next week. So I can kind of balance out this conversation. It's a little bit one-sided here. So now we're going to find part 2 next week. You'll be there. You'll be there. And I'll see you then. Until then, have a wonderful, beautiful, very balanced coaching. Hey there, you beautiful, amazing, fantastic, delicious, razzle-dazzle, and masterful coach. Yes, you, masterful coach, because you're watching this, which tells me you are a masterful coach. There's more to learn, and that's where I come in. Go to bedo.org. You'll also see it right here. And go to bedo.org, and that's where you're going to find tons of other materials, resources, videos, recordings, audios, free calls, a free membership level, tons of stuff, incredible amounts of materials just for you. Regardless of whatever level of coach you are right now, you are going to find tremendous value and resource. And it's all here at bedo.org. bedo.org. Go check it out, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.